The intern program that we participated in last year through the Kentucky Sports Authority was very valuable to the Convention and Visitors Bureau office. Dylan Boggs was our intern, and Dylan came in with a great attitude. Dylan came in with a very professional work ethic, and he fit in and assimilated to our office perfectly. What we tried to do with Dylan was to give him some real-life experiences in the sports marketing realm. And Dylan got the opportunity to come in and deal with the bid process, from the instigation of looking at maybe hosting an event to researching the specifications with facilities, researching dates with hotels, putting together the packets, the bid materials, bid binders, and then actually helping deliver presentations and seeing the fruit of our efforts by, in this case, being awarded the USA Track and Field's 2012 National Club Cross Country Championships. He had the opportunity with the CVB to work on the bid process, as I alluded to earlier, and he also, with the Bluegrass State Games, got the opportunity to work on the facet of actually hosting an event, pre-planning an event, executing it, and then doing the wrap-up for an event. So not only was he doing the work on the front side for the USA Track and Field bid, but then when he went over to the Bluegrass State Games, he was able to utilize that knowledge and that real-world experience on a day-to-day operational side with Bluegrass State Games. I know that Dylan with Bluegrass State Games was assigned specific sports, and he was in charge of the marketing side, he was in charge of the numbers side, and the execution of those events. That type of work you're not going to get just anywhere. It's a very unique opportunity for an intern to come into Lexington and have that exposure from the CVB side and from the Bluegrass State Games side. The way I think of sports marketing and what we try to expose our interns to is I kind of consider it a wheel of sports marketing. In the middle you have got the hub, and then each one of the spokes could be the Convention and Visitors Bureau, your local facilities, be it parks or baseball stadiums or softball complexes. You have your organizations like USA Track and Field or amateur athletic unions, organizations that host events. You have your sports commissions, be it the Kentucky Sports Commission or for us the Bluegrass Sports Commission. And then you've also got your universities, your intercollegiate activities, your professional associations. So as you go around that wheel, there are so many different facets that get plugged in to each part of an event that comes into a city. And it's important for an intern to be able to recognize that they could go into any branch of that field or jump from one to the other, knowing an association, knowing how to pre-plan an event, knowing how to execute an event, gives you a lot of experience when you decide to jump over and become the executive director of a sports commission, where you're actually trying to bid to bring these events in. You have real world experience to go in and know that you've done it from the ground up. Working for a commission or for a Convention and Visitors Bureau, you're literally at times carrying the torch, and you're organizing the bid, and you're getting your local organizing committee together. You're dealing with the university as far as support. You're dealing with the city, getting the mayor's letter of support, the state possibly for governor's letter. You're participating, delivering the bid, going to an association's annual event and exhibiting, trying to promote organizations to come in and events to come into your city. Having that exposure as an intern gives you a very unique opportunity to see all facets of that wheel. You're not going to just get that working for a facility that hosts soccer tournaments or for a hotel helping run a banquet operation. This internship is going to give you a chance to really see everything across that wheel and probably give you a good insight into maybe where you want to focus if you decide that you do want to go into sports marketing. So as you make a contact, be it with AAU or the USA Track and Field, some of these national organizations, these are people that you may end up working with depending on wherever you go. If you start out working for a facility, you may work with the meeting planner in hosting the Junior Olympic Cross Country Championships, and as you progress through your career, you may work with that person in a different realm trying to bring that group into Oklahoma City. So these are lifelong contacts that you have the opportunity to make. What I was very impressed with as far as the interns that I saw at our wrap-up meeting, and then Dylan Boggs, of course, was the level of professionalism that they came in with. These are individuals that were focused. They understood what their role was going to be, and they were quick to jump at any task that we assigned them to. One of the big things that helped me, and I think was also beneficial for Dylan, was we did research on a variety of levels on athletics. For example, lacrosse. It's starting to grow in the state of Kentucky. We have fields. Do we have the support? Do we have what's necessary to bid on bringing these events in? Dylan, because of the level of competency that I could trust him with, came right in. He picked up lacrosse. He spent about a week researching the local contacts, the state contacts, the requirements to host events, what was going to be required, timelines as far as the bid process, and produced a binder that is my lacrosse binder now. If I've got questions from someone that comes in and wants to do something in regards to lacrosse, that's what I reference because it's all there professionally done. In addition, we looked at volleyball, we looked at martial arts, karate, taekwondo, and judo. These were things that, from an intern's aspect, it wasn't being on the outside looking in. Dylan was doing the actual research on the internet, he was compiling information for me, and he was doing economic impact numbers for us to see, was it truly going to be worth our time and effort to bid on these things, or was it going to be too much time and effort? It's a delicate balance, and having that type of exposure is going to be really beneficial for these people.